Okay, so let's begin. Um, this is session. Fuck, I don't know. 17? I think it's 17.
Sounds right.
Sounds right.
Of the uh, Fever Swamp. I am tired. So, who wants to recap what happened last time?
So last time, after managing to briefly be very nearly healthy, with the exception of one fatally sick character who we'll talk about soon, we proceeded to the Corpse to locate and fight Jasmine. In a stunning and climactic battle in which we were all definitely heroic and did not spend most of our time paddling our boats ineffectually, we defeated Jasmine, sadly at the loss of our paladin.
The
Having
tag along
decided-
Also,
Not-
Phil Sticker's familiar, which you did not know was not just a frog that he kept in his pocket.
Truly, no one will know to mourn for it. But having accomplished this, we decided to pin everything Phil Sticker had done on the book and finally burn the book.
No.
On the advice of our prisoner, who tortures indigenous people but also has kids, which somehow makes him morally gray in this universe, we are heading
He's
south
tortured with a heart of gold.
to locate some local swamp people who may
Do you
be
think
able
that
to
makes
kill
him morally grave?
or
I see.
prevent the death, I should say. Of one
Look,
of
he
our people.
loves his kids or something, maybe, even though he abandoned them to come on this adventure with Chad. He's a father, damn it.
We also recovered a bunch of things stolen from the Clink Church, which are going to return when we can. And if I could make a request, this red area marked is no longer going to be needed, as we have located the Corpse.
This is true. I will remove that from the map. There you go. Oh, now the map looks less drawn upon. This was a mistake.
There, we'll make it big and blood colored for the letters for the Corpse. So
Okay. Thank you. So, yes. So you are here. Oh, I should roll weather for the day. It is the longest rain. That is the name of the track that is playing now. Actually, since it's heavy rain, maybe I should use.
Just make sure it interferes with the voice.
It doesn't.
I mean, it needs to be loud enough to interfere with voice since it's a heavy rain. It's more in character.
There, I switched over to the dark and stormy. Because it is a heavy rain. So, from where will you go? Or, I know from where. To where are you going?
On the advice of our retired psychopath, we are going to be heading south at full speed to try to find the people who live in the swamp, whom he has been kidnapping, and who he seems confident aren't going to want to keep him.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't think it would bother any of us too much. I'm asking that as a question. Too much if they want to keep him.
We could trade him for a cure.
We did promise, but that I certainly wouldn't stick my neck out.
Yeah, that's more my point. Not like, oh, we're just gonna throw him at him, but more like none of us are really gonna defend him. I don't think.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Wait, doesn't that make us all dishonorable?
Yeah, probably. But
You're a bunch of chaotic bastards.
I'm sure
You're
you
allowed
earned
to
it.
be.
I
Morality
wrote
is
down neutral
gray.
good, so I don't know about the rest of you.
I
think
regret-
I'm good.
I regret my alignment choice.
You should have done like me and just not picked it until like last session.
Yeah, but yours probably says like Swamp Goblin in the alignment line.
You have to see what his alignment is.
Not gonna be an actual one, you know.
Well, his original alignment that he had written down before was Warwilk, which is still there. But now it's Warwilk dash Chaotic Good, probably.
Oh, okay, so that's close to being an actual alignment. Alright. But yeah, so it sounds like we're heading south at a pretty fast pace.
Yes. So you're going to try and travel at a fast pace today?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna need, if someone wants to try and forage in the heavy rain, I suppose you can try that.
I'll do that, since I usually do.
And yeah, and then
No.
Quarandir, I assume, will navigate.
I be doing that.
Wow.
I'm really good at it.
Yes, you are. Some dice. It's disappointing. So, which book do you, not book, which boat do you have Sloane in?
Looks like we've got him with Karandir there.
Oh, yes, yes, I forgot I moved his mini over, so he's already here. Never mind, that's taken care of then. Okay, so, as you're heading out south, I'm going to need perception checks from everyone in the front boat. So that's Kildrak and Silas. You have disadvantage because of the fact that you're going at a fast pace. You also have disadvantage because it's raining heavily. So you're just like, I guess when it's raining, now's the time to just go fast because you can't double disadvantage. So, I guess that works.
Okay, well, we're
Uh-huh.
not blind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. We probably shouldn't have the guy who's slowly losing his mind in the front.
Yeah, probably.
I have a
not.
12 wisdom. I'll navigate. Aha!
But you know, this way, you're the first to get there when we find the people you need.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Also, this could be a spirit quest that you overcame your difficulty to get saved, and that means that, you know, you're worthy of it.
Sure. Why not?
So, Silas and Kildrak, you are leading the boats through through like a thicket of like tall grass that's rising out of the surface of the water. And in the darkness of today, you completely fail to notice that amongst the tall grass are a few very crude wooden spears. And you fail to notice this until they are attacking you.
The spears are attacking us?
The things holding the spears that are hiding in the water are attacking you.
Oh.
Attacking Silas. Attacking Silas. Attacking Silas. Attacking
Good.
Kildrak. Attacking Kildrak. This seems improbable.
Actually, is the defender wins on a tie, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay.
Wait,
Because
being attacked? Because if they equal your AC, you get hit, right?
Oh, yes, you're right.
oh, okay.
So one of those did hit?
The 11 for some reason. I thought I had more AC than that.
I thought you did as well.
Thought I had a. Does wisdom
No,
tie into?
only if you're a monk.
Give me a second then, because this seems wrong. Thought I had a 13. I've got hide armor. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, your armor's not being added in because that 11 is just your dex.
So what's okay? Let me look up what that should be then. I don't know why that's not working right.
Well, I don't think that you have like it's not doing it automatically.
Right, but I had it. It was the correct value before.
Did
So I don't know what's changed.
Did you lower it like during the fight with the undead crocodiles when we were attacked at night?
It's possible? I don't know, it sounds as good as anything else, so...
Yeah.
Let me just look up what this gives me. Hide... 12 plus dex mod.
Right. So that would have been a 13.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Okay. Yes. So, spears suddenly jut out of the ground, like, around you. They might be telling you to stop. Because they're clearly not trying to actually attack you.
Yes.
But, like, emerging from the water, you see that the things that were holding these spears were creatures you have recognized before, or you have encountered before and have learned are named scumboggles.
Alright.
And there are 5 of them around the front of your boats.
Silas stops the boat and looks back and shouts for Phil Sticker.
Oh! Cheese! He
Cheese,
screams
yes.
out.
We need cheese.
Come get some cheese, swamp children!
So you're like you're going to like start pulling cheese out of the provisions barrel.
No, he's just got a bunch of cheese in his bag.
Okay, so you're pulling out your supply of cheese, but you're like holding visible cheese in front of you and offering it.
Yes.
Okay. They're already in the middle of trying to kill Silas, so give me but they do love cheese.
Are we sure that they're trying to kill him?
I mean, Silas might not be sure, because you know
Okay.
they couldn't roll above a 6 on 3d20. But they have definitely pointed spears in his general direction.
Don't they know? We're a cheese source. They shouldn't do this. We're happy to see scumboggles, and we give them cheese. We're nice adventurers.
Well, you haven't been on this side of the swamp before. Maybe these scumboggles don't know that you're cheese bringers.
But surely they recognize Phil Stillwell.
Well, they might. Go ahead and give me a charisma persuasion roll.
Wow.
Okay, so if the scumboggles these scumboggles seem to know the word cheese, and turn away from their quest for man flesh towards Phil Sticker as he starts calling out to them. Silas, your attackers, if that is what they are distracted now. You do anything?
No, because we've seen them take the cheese peacefully before, so it should be
They
fine.
love cheese.
Well, Kildrak and Silas, you may take an attack of opportunity if you decide to be bastards. But if you decide not to, the scumboggles will walk past you.
I mean, no, I mean, like, we recognize them as scumboggles, and I heard Phil Sticker shouting about his cheese, so...
Mhm.
So they walk
I don't-
right past you. Lucas, your boat is now surrounded by small, green-skinned, guild children, with,
Yeah, hands and feet
razor-sharp
staying.
teeth.
Hands and feet staying inside the boat.
Yes, very, very wise. And they crowd around your boat and like mostly up towards Phil Sticker, and they like start taking handfuls of cheese from him.
Yes, he gives each of them a hunk of cheese. There's enough for everyone.
They happily eat the cheese, and drop their spears, and just like sit on whatever cover they can get in from the rain, like under a tree or something, and they're savoring their delicious cheese snack.
I guess I think they speak Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
He tells them, like, you children have a nice evening, goodbye, as he begins rowing.
Yes. They say something like, something to the extent of, thank you, Cheese Goblin. Come back soon. Bring more cheese.
Yes, yes, cheese.
Yes. And you row on. Wrong thing. The rest of the day goes uninterestingly, and as evening comes, you see smoke in the distance, and as you come a little closer, you see there is a village. It's a small village, a very small population, and it's a little eerie as you approach, because you hear no voices, but there does seem to be activity. As you approach the island, you see figures walking about. They're dressed. They're wrapped up in hide, head to toe, so that no skin shows. One of them notices you, and then goes to get others, and a small crowd appears, gathers around the shore where you could pull up your boats.
I think Kildrak is gonna like just tell them that we're here peacefully, and then like pointedly put down his weapon in the boat, within reach.
Right. one of them steps forward, and he gestures towards you, and then he makes a wide gesture with his hands to the others, and some of them nod. And they have no readied weapons, and they seem to be greeting you peacefully.
Well, that's better than I was hoping for. Don't know that. I don't know that any of us know sign language, but
Are these perhaps the people who were doing the thing?
mm,
The people that Gump was friends with.
Yes, these are the faceless ones that Gump was friends with, that you rescued one of their party from some Clinkians who were taking him to Sloan.
who is in the back boat, and we should probably keep him down. I don't know. I guess at this point, land the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the protocol for this any better than Kildrak would.
Well, Lucas is going to get out of the boat and immediately ask them, even though the answer is definitely no.
Do you know the
any
light of
you
friends?
speak Common? Hello? Any of you? Any common speakers?
One of them steps forward, but he doesn't say anything.
Well, maybe he understands it then.
Well, maybe.
Yes. Do you know nodding and shaking your head?
He nods.
Ah, wonderful. One of us is dreadfully sick, and a hag said that you could cure him. Do you suppose you could have a look?
He shakes his head to indicate no, but gestures into the village.
Ah, thank you. Would you be so kind as to, translate?
He gestures for you to follow him.
Lucas breathes a sigh of relief and motions for everyone else to follow him.
Yeah,
Seem nice enough people.
I'm gonna head in. I mean, for Kildrak at least, it doesn't make much difference if he does or doesn't. So, at least going in, he might get helped.
So as you're going through this this village, I hesitate to really even call it a village. It's a few structures that seem to have been recently moved. The construction is such that these sort of like yurts on stilts. They appear to be movable. There's only a few of them here, and judging from the crowd of people, you see that there are. It's hard to differentiate the men from the women in the amount of wrappings around them. You can tell if you get close, but just surveying a crowd is difficult. But you estimate that there are less than 20 adults, and some similar number of children. The one that indicated that you follow him leads you to the largest yurt, and takes you to it and indicates for you to go inside.
Just real quick, I do want to check. Did anyone stay behind with Sloan, or did he come with us?
I think only you and I came out here. I think everyone
Okay.
else is staying at the boats. And Lucas is going to go in only because it's going to be more dry.
And I
He
mean, I'm
feels a
gonna
little
go
weird about it, but
in. Kildrak is gonna go in
well, you obviously should.
for
But
the priorly stated reasons.
Hee.
So is everyone else staying at the boats?
Yeah,
In
so I'll
general.
also stay and watch
Yeah.
Sloan.
Yeah, keep an eye on
Yeah.
Sloan.
Okay.
Filter gets out and he tries to solicit cheese from the people here.
Well, also, I kind of feel like that otherwise, this would basically qualify as an invasion
Yeah.
in sheer terms of percentage of population.
He
So
has
can-
some example cheese to show them.
Actually, there's one other thing I want. Lucas, I'd like you to give me a perception check. And,
Okay.
Philster, you can go ahead and roll persuasion.
And he is offering to trade things. But it's an 11Z time, I see.
Yes. Lucas, you might notice that, I'm just gonna give it to you. Every member of this tribe is missing, 2 fingers on their left hand. The same 2 fingers. The, pinky and the ring finger. Every single member of this tribe that you have seen so far.
Well, he has no idea why that could be, but he's going to note it in his journal.
And Philsticker, yeah, they're willing to like trade you some swamp cheese. What do you make swamp cheese out of?
Swamp milk, I guess.
Where do you get swamp milk?
Swamp cow.
There are no swamp cows.
They float upside down in the swamp, and as they float by, you grab the teats that stuck up out of the water. And you, fight off the bees while you desperately squeeze the milk into a goat bladder.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, fine, maybe it's maggot milk.
Yeah, maybe that might work. So they will trade you some purring maggot cheese.
Fantastic.
For some stuff. I don't know what you're trading away.
I don't know, he tries to offer them silver coins at first.
They will take silver coins.
Yeah.
So okay, Lucas and Kildrak, you enter this this structure, and there is a there's a bowl with a fire, a small fire in it, and that's like illuminating this shadowy interior. There's only one person in here, and it looks like one of these faceless ones, but he is wearing a mask, which is much more I'm not sure how to just it's he's wearing a very ornate mask with 2 fish upon it. Like the eyes of each fish are his eyes, and they go along the sides. And it seems to be like decorated with some sort of the fish are blue, and it seems to be made of some sort of blue precious stone.
Yes, hello. I was informed that you may be able to help Kildrak. Sally says that you have a means to do this. The hag in the north, he's become sick with something I don't recognize. And then, what disease did Lucas have again?
It doesn't have.
fever, I think.
No,
Or
he
something.
he had no appetite. I don't
Oh.
have a proper name of the disease, although if there is one, Sally would have known it.
The hungries.
The not.
Okay, but
hungries.
that was cured. Is that what he caught again?
Oh, did he? Oh, oh, that's right. I forgot he caught something again.
Yeah, he got a.
Yes, he
disease
has a
of
powerful fever now. He's delirious and at disadvantage to everything. He probably
Excuse me,
yeah.
sir. I'm delirious right now.
Are you a person?
And
Come
before
on
I
out of that dress, honey.
go any farther, which two fingers was it again that they were missing from which hand?
Left hand, pinky, and ring finger. And yes, he is missing them as well. So,
And while you have a look at him, could I trouble you for a cup of tea?
Kildrak is sorry. Kildrak is going to just kind of shake his head a little bit at Lucas's question and just kind of get a little bit closer and say, if there's anything you can do, it would be greatly appreciated. Through sort of like a tight voice and with, bags under his eyes and his face super drawn and shit.
Lucas doesn't hear anything, but the man does gesture over to a teapot, and some leaves.
Lucas will deliriously attempt to make tea.
Lucas notices that these are not tea leaves, but he might be too delirious to care.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna notice that. I'm making that call.
Okay. Yes.
Hopefully he doesn't manage to burn the place down at least.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't have let them go alone.
The teapot is very clearly like a fancy one that was made in somewhere in the Empire and then has been brought here. And you assume traded to this tribe for some reason. Kildrak, though, you hear a voice in your head, and and it's a man's voice, and it says, "So what is it? So if you have something that Sally could not cure, I imagine that can only be one thing. You have
He's not even gonna be like surprised at the voice only he can hear at this point, and he's just kind of gonna respond with, "Yeah, she said it might be soul rot, I think."
It is within my... Well, I can facilitate your treatment of that, but it is not a guarantee. You must understand. It is quite the ordeal. The alternative is worse, but it is unpleasant.
Unpleasant is better than what she said would happen.
Yes. I will help you, but I require first a gift. That is our custom.
What sort of gift?
Oh, well, dwarf like you, something from beyond the swamp, I believe is appropriate. Something I can't get here. Something like that teapot. that Lucas is currently filling with water and setting to boil.
Let's see. Well, I do have. Oh shit! Sorry, that was probably really loud. I do have something I forgot I had. From character creation that he probably can't get in the swamp. I've got a luchador costume.
You show this to him?
Yeah. And I'm talking like full traditional luchador costume. You know, super colorful, weird crap all over it.
Lucas will pour the tea, oblivious to the fact that they stared at each other in silence until there was a luchador costume.
Yes. The shaman replies telepathically that he has never seen such a thing. It is a very colorful mask. I did not know that the people outside of the swamp wore them. I did not know that your people wore masks.
They're only worn on special occasions, but yes.
We have shame as well.
He looks over this bright costume and says, "Well, this is a very unusual gift, but it amuses me. I accept."
Very good, and I give it to him. I originally meant to like wear it at some point, but that never happened.
Yes. Maybe when you return, the nameless shaman will be luchadored up. But for now,
I hope so.
But for now, he folds it up and places it to the side. And he says, "Before we begin the ordeal, I believe that it would be best if you all take some time and rest. Your condition is bad, but you seem very coherent still, so I do not believe that you will slip away from us in one more night."
That seems like a good idea, if it's going to be as trying as you say.
Yes. So, I recommend that you all stay with us for tonight and take it easy for a day. And tomorrow night, we will begin your ordeal.
Okay. I think Kildrak is going to find that reasonable, but I, as on a like slightly meta level, just want to say like someone should probably, because I don't know if Kildrak is even going to be thinking about it right now, but someone should probably like broach the subject of Sloane before he just like appears or vanishes into the swamp.
Well,
do we know that
probably
they'll
shouldn't have brought
recognize it?
Delirious Wizard then.
Yeah, probably not.
Making tea.
Do you take cream or sugar? He'll call back to the two silent people.
The shaman shakes his head no.
Lucas will pour up the tea, set it down, and say, "So, I'm wondering if you can help us. I see Kildrak hasn't been feeling very talkative. I think Lucas will begin to explain all of the stuff that they both already know."
The shaman sips the herbal tea through his mask. Listening to Lucas.
The shaman can't let him know that he cheated his way around being silent by taking telepathy.
Does Kildrak want to interrupt Lucas here?
No. I think he's gonna drink a little tea if there's some for him, and then
So-
like, yeah.
So with all of that in mind, I have 2 questions. One, can you help? Lucas will pause.
He nods yes.
And 2, why a luchador costume?
Kildrak just kind of sighs a little bit and says, "It's just a tradition amongst my old clan. Don't worry about
Your
it."
clan gives luchador costumes as a tradition? Did he accept?
Yeah, he did. He liked it.
But it can't possibly fit.
I don't know. I'm sure that they can like take it in or something.
Yeah, they have swamp tailors, I guess.
It's very colorful fabric, at least.
Yeah, you know,
and the
they can do
mask
something.
and the mask will probably fit well enough.
Yeah, be something more interesting than the other masks they've got.
Lucas will prestidigitate the taste of cream and sugar into his herbal tea, and he will drink it.
It still doesn't taste right.
He'll prestidigitate more cream and more sugar.
All right.
Yeah, but no, I
it
mean,
tastes like
after...
cream and sugar with a little bit of tea.
Wonderful.
So I don't know. I guess after that, like, Kildrak will go back out and let the others know that we're invited to rest the night and have an easy day.
Yeah, sounds lovely. I should lay down somewhere. Lucas will look around for somewhere dry to set up camp. Or at least dry-ish.
They offer you all space inside of their structures. It will be very cozy sleeping arrangements, but they welcome you if you decide to do so.
Does Lucas think that will be more comfortable / relaxing than his tent? Or less comfortable / relaxing than his tent?
That depends strongly about how much Lucas likes his privacy when he's sleeping.
I guess the real question is, can I take the relax action in my tent?
There's a relax action.
Yes, if you spend an entire day doing nothing but relaxing of your downtime, you get some benefits against things like diseases.
Oh, yes, you can.
Wait, that's a
All right.
thing?
Lucas will do that.
I didn't realize that long rests gave you bonuses to recover from diseases.
It's in, I'll see if I can fetch it. Okay, so this didn't copy paste very well over, but I'll get you the link that it's from.
Oh, but isn't this one of the downtime actions? You don't have time
Yes.
for that.
All right,
Relaxation requires a week.
fair enough.
Yeah, no, you're just taking a long rest.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Well, technically
That's-
a short rest then followed by a long rest, but if it matters.
Still, that's better than we've had in a while. So
Hmm.
I would definitely take both of those. Although I guess I get full up either way, but Oh no, wait, no, I don't, because I would need to spend slots. Yeah, that works really well for me.
Okay, but so for the night that you stay, Lucas, you can go ahead and make a Constitution save to see if you earn your first save towards recovering your fever. You do not. The -1 is insufficient.
You know, I'm sure somewhere out there's something with a DC of -1, but
Yeah, I think the lowest I've seen is 0. Yeah. So, so you do not earn a save towards towards recovering from your fever. No one else gets sick, at least. And the next day comes, and the storm has ended.
Ah, a good sign. Maybe. If you're not Ixa.
Yes. So the next day, morning comes. The faceless ones begin going about their day. They prepare breakfast, and they share it with you. It is mostly
Eggs, the shrouded food.
I was going to say fish and
Tomatillos.
mushrooms and assorted plants from the swamp that some of you might not have known were edible. You might still doubt it. But yes. Does everyone eat the swamp food?
Sure.
I mean,
Yep.
presumably it's not going to kill us if they
It's just
eat
not
it.
too picky.
Sure. Yeah.
probably. Although Lucas is going to wonder why he's eating it as he's eating it.
Because it would be rude to turn down their food that they're offering you.
It would, but his mind's not all there.
Yes. Yes. So you have a day to relax in the among the people. Do any of you want to do anything noteworthy during this day, or try and communicate or trade with these strange people?
Do they have anything worth trading for?
Cheese.
They do make a very fine cheese? ? Philsticker bought a lot of it with his silver. They have assorted things from that they have traded with other people to acquire. So they have some equipment that you might potentially want. They have many. If you need bandages or poultices, they can produce those for you. If you need to buy food, they have sufficient stores that they can supply you.
We could probably do with a little bit of food at least.
Yeah, that one barrel's nearly dead.
How much do they charge here for a day's ration?
They don't charge you anything for eating there with them today, but the stuff that you would take away with you, they will charge you twice the going rate.
Mm,
It's probably not worth it. We
yeah,
consume
probably not.
food and water pretty close to the same rate on average, given our skills.
Yeah.
And we're going to run out of water if we don't hit back to Clink after this anyway. Well,
Right.
we've got a decent amount of time left, but we have
Well,
emptied one of the water barrels.
No, I mean, but that's a good point. I was just, if they weren't going to charge like tons extra, it might have been worth getting a little bit, but I guess that is
Do they
worth
have a
noting that,
soup?
like, do they have fresh water that they would be willing to trade or let us refill from, or is that too precious for them?
I think fresh water is too much work for them to to like give away. Because even they can't drink the swamp water.
Right.
They have to either go through painstaking to clean it and purify it, or they have to find fresh water in other ways.
Right. No, that's fair. Just thought I'd check.
If they have the materials, we offer to build them a still. Filster starts describing a still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fantastic. You can make cups of water every day.
Actually, we probably do have the proficiencies to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, what kind of materials would you need in order to create that?
Let's see. It's not intended as a realistic option.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They would either have something that's already fulfilling that purpose, or they wouldn't have the materials to make it.
Nonsense.
It's like-
We'll go to the swamp smithy and melt down a whole bunch of copper coins.
I mean,
We do
the
actually have some.
rain is the rain dirty?
It has passed through the swamp.
No, probably not. That's
We
probably
could offer them
they
a barrel
prob-
for that.
They probably get a good portion of their water by just capturing rainwater.
But yeah, we could offer them a barrel, because I think we have more than we need. Didn't we have an extra one? Or am I misremembering?
Well, sort of. We have 4, and we probably don't need 4. But one of them we lost most of the food in, and we won't touch the rest of the food in, because although it was magically cleaned, it was still touched by gross people, and it's gross. But we do have some metal if people want to work that. We found some short swords and some daggers. There's some materials floating around, but it seems like if it would take a while, right? We would have to take downtime here if we wanted to.
Yeah, no, that's not something you can
And it
do in
would
a day.
rust into oblivion anyway.
Besides, aren't they nomadic? So, like, I don't know how much that would help.
It doesn't matter.
Semi-nomadic.
Filster starts talking about it anyway. Telling some faceless one who actually pretends they're listening to him all about a still.
Mm-hmm.
He starts lecturing them.
They can't tell you that they're not interested and for you to stop, so they just listen. But they're also going about whatever work they were doing before you started talking to them.
And so is he. As in, he's nearby.
All right. So if there's nothing else, then you complete your long rest. You have stayed a day. You have had a long rest with the people. The faceless people. First time. This is an experience. You all gain 100 XP.
Nice.
And you complete your long rest, so everyone, like, you recover all of your hit points. And spells and assorted things.
I recover the ones I lost off the maximum too.
Yes, you do.
All right, cool.
Your soul is restored.
Good. Got my hit dice back. Got. I think that's every. Oh wait, rages too. I have to remember that.
Yes. Yep. So.
Oh, you get half of your hit dice back after you finish a long rest, or all of them?
Traditionally half, but
Yes.
Okay, half. So I'm back up to 2 out of 3. I think.
that is what I marked down, but I can't be positive.
Yeah, probably. Probably rounds up. I'll say it rounds up. Yeah. So, if it rounded down, you'd never be able to get your first hit die back when you're level 1. So it must round up.
Sensible.
Yes. So, Kildrak, you did not sleep well last night, and if you didn't reduce your wisdom mod for that short rest, or not wisdom mod, your wisdom stat.
Yeah, I'm down to 8 now.
Yep. You're not feeling very wise.
Nope. In fact, 8 is below like normal human, right?
Well, average human would be a 10.
Average human.
Yeah.
Okay.
So really, you're only 5% less wise.
Hmm.
You know, because it's only -1 versus a +0. You know, so you're only 5% less likely to succeed in a wisdom-based task than the average person. But
That's
Still.
not insignificant.
That's not insignificant. Your close friends would, if you were like this all the time, your close friends would be able to say, that Kildrak, he's not very wise.
Right.
He doesn't notice things very much. He doesn't pick up on sarcasm a lot.
Maybe he probably falls for like phone scammers occasionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In this
he
case, that'd be
falls
like
for every sob story when someone comes up asking him for money.
Mm-mm.
He thinks leeches cure everything.
So, I mean,
Obviously,
isn't
he
that
doesn't
like
know about the other 3 humors.
There it is.
Yes, but the evening comes, the sun sets, and it is time for Kildrak's treatment.
God, that sounds ominous.
Yes. So you go into the nameless shaman's hut, and there is strange, intoxicating smoke blowing about.
Ah, yes. Time to get high.
Yes, and there is there is something brewing in the tea kettle, and there is a bedroll, like a bed laid out on the entrance side of the fire, and he gestures for you to take a seat.
Kildrak does.
He hands you a cup of tea and gestures for you to drink it.
I think just
Well, I say
he...
tea.
Right. Well, it's a
It
brewed
looks,
substance.
yes, a brewed substance. It is green, but like a very dark kind of like swamp green.
I mean, if you want to get technical, if it was brewed in water and had leaves in it, then it is a tea.
I thought you had to. I thought it had to be the specific plant to be tea, and otherwise it's an infusion. I could be wrong.
It might be. I don't know. Anyways, Kildrak was going to just like, and I'm not expecting a real answer from this, but it was gonna quickly ask if like if there was anything specific he should expect from this during this. I mean, obviously he's going to be super high.
Yes. You hear into the back of your mind again. You will face only that which you take with you.
It is suitably riddly, yes. All right,
Drop
well,
your weapons.
I guess. I guess he's gonna drink the infusion tea thing.
As you drink it, and it tastes like medicine. It's not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
But as you finish it, he holds out in his hand a dried out strange mushroom. Hands this to you. Mimes for you to eat it.
I mean, shit. At this point, down's the thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And he lays you down on the bed, and Kildrak is now standing on an island somewhere in the swamp. He doesn't recognize the exact place. He's alone. Kildrak, of your traveling companions, who do you trust the most?
Yes, obviously the goblin that has betrayed us multiple times. I think he's gonna think just briefly about it and answer Quarandir.
Calvin, I've just sent you over in the Discord a message. I want you to read that real quick. So, Kildrak, as you are standing here, you see a light into the fog of the swamp, and there's a boat paddling closer, and in that boat, you see Quarandir.
I guess Kildrak is gonna sort of wave in acknowledgement. Is the boat coming towards the island?
Yes.
Okay.
And Calvin, did you get my Discord message?
Yeah, I got your message.
Okay. Do you understand?
I believe so.
Okay. So, Quarandir, you are approaching the island where you expect to meet Kildrak. He is waving you down.
I guess I'm gonna say that Kildrak's gonna be surprised by this. He did not, he expected it to be the sort of stereotypical fever dreamish thing where you're just like alone and dealing with whatever your mind conjures up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to ask Quarandir, or say to Quarandir, this is a surprise. Didn't expect to see anyone in my mind.
This is your mind.
Well, maybe. I'm not sure.
Alvin is typing me a message.
I guess I'm here to guide you through this then. So get in the boat and let's get going.
Kildrak hops in the boat.
Okay. Is Spirit Guide Quarandir going to divulge any additional information?
Yeah, let's see here. Well, Kildrak, I guess we're in your mind, and you're gonna have to kill a mind terror.
That sounds crappy.
But you can do it.
Anything you can tell me about the mind terror?
It's terrifying.
You can try to recall past memories, and in order to aid you in finding it and defeating it.
Interesting.
So as you were as the boat begins to go on through the swamp, while the boat is still sitting quite squarely in swamp water, the area around you changes, and you see a scene from your past. It is it's the day that you had to leave your home.
Is Kildrak like reliving it, or just sort of?
He's seeing it as if from an outsider's perspective.
Okay.
You see a younger you,
right,
experiencing this. What does Kildrak see?
He sees his old mountain home's arena, which his people were always somewhat warlike and very much into military and combat honor. And so the arena was used to help fuel that during peaceful times, which they're in. And so the arena there is quite large, can seat many, many people. And I guess kind of think of like the old Roman Colosseum sort of thing, except underground. And he sees himself in the arena. He's just won a fight, and he stands over his opponent, who these fights are not to the death. So his opponent is still there, still alive, but I'm gonna say probably unconscious. And the opponent was the son of a noble. And Kildrak was not. He was just a commoner. Probably like warrior's son or something like that. And the noble's father was watching and expecting his son to win, and is shocked and horrified that he didn't. And he shouts something down at Kildrak. He didn't hear it at the time, really. And so it's not any clearer now. And Kildrak's response is just simply to give him the dwarven equivalent of the middle finger. And yells something like, I don't know. He was a terrible fighter and his mother smells like a pig. Something stupid like that. And the noble just has shock all over his face and then rage. And well,
I thought you were going to give him a heart attack with vicious mockery.
No, but he does have disadvantage. No, but basically he wanders off. The noble just sort of disappears into the background, and I guess at this point, like, the memory fades a little bit, and it's later, in sort of a public square, sort of near, I guess, the main gates, and it's the noble with, I don't know, maybe they have like some sort of council that handles pettier matters than what the king would deal with.
Right.
And enough of them are there to make it official. And they have a decree that, and it's clearly through politicking on the noble's part, back deals and things like that, that he is to be exiled, not allowed to return, and his name will be removed from all clan records and all of that. And Kildrak's father is there and just sort of like walks away. And then the rest of the clan that was there also turns and walks away. And sort of to signify that he's nothing to them now. And he pretty much just has to accept it and walk out of the gates with whatever he had with him at the time, which wasn't much. They did allow him to take his axe, though.
I have one question. Does Kildrak regret the things he said?
No.
Then I have one follow-up question. Of his remaining companions who are not with him, whose valor does he respect the most?
It's going to be Silas or Port. I think Silas.
As Kildrak sees himself leaving, he feels Silas's hand on his shoulder. The memory of Silas is now here. Novelessence, you are now playing the memory of Silas.
Good.
You were playing Silas as Kildrak knows him.
Oh, that's harder than normal. Do I need some secret information, or?
Yeah, I will give you the same information I gave Calvin.
In any case, he gives Kildrak like a, I guess, respectful nod.
Kildrak nods back. The bro nod.
Yes. So, the let's see. Your boats once more continue turning. You next see a what Kildrak considers his greatest failure.
What would be his greatest failure? No, oddly, I don't think
failing to save Gump.
I was gonna say, like, it obviously it could be something in his backstory, but like we've had a few companions die along the way. A few of Slag's characters. I wanted to be more general, but
That
Yeah,
time he
I think-
failed to save Jasmine.
no,
I
that's
think-
gonna make things really awkward for me.
Yeah.
So.
I do think like, yeah, I think failing to save Gump is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't have anything else in his past that would really fit. Because I don't think he even views his exile as truly a failure.
Right. As he already said, he didn't regret his actions which led to it.
No.
So.
If anything, he regrets like not finding the noble and killing him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think next you see you see that battle again, watching over your own shoulder, as you were too slow with the healing word, and Gump's throat was slashed open, and his body drug back, and the canoe stolen, and Philsticker having to swim for his life.
Right.
And
Oh.
yeah, and Philsticker swims right out of your memory into the boat with you.
Yo. Yeah, I think like he definitely views it as his greatest failure, especially in recent memory. And you know, because at the time he definitely was in a position, and I know meta speaking, not really, but he felt he was in a position to, you know, directly save Gump if he had given him temporary hit points. If what spell was that?
Heroism.
Heroism. If he had done that, if he had gotten his healing word out just a second sooner. I don't think he had Bane at the time. If he had managed to mock the being into failing anything, then it could have saved Gump, and it didn't. No, he wound up dying instead. And I think that he felt like it was personal failure for quite a while.
When Kildrak thinks of Philsticker in this memory, as he joins you, does he look like he did at the time, or does he look like he does now? With the one weird blue eye and the missing arm.
Like he did at the time.
And one thing that you notice is that this memory, like, you notice that it looks, as you're looking at things, everything looks a little frayed. Like Kildrak wouldn't know this, but like a VHS that's been watched too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like just like at the edges, things are just kind of coming apart a little bit.
Interesting. And this is something that Kildrak specifically notices?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I think it's going to stand out to him, but unless he should know, I don't know if he does like know what's going on with that.
No, I don't think he does. Although any of his companions could maybe tell him that this is damage from the mine tear.
You're getting warmer.
Are we playing hot and cold now?
Yes.
So I guess that I need to find other memories like this.
What, with the exception of the soul rot, is the most sick Kildrak has ever been?
Are we talking like fever sick or drank way the hell too much sick?
I mean, like, disease sick.
Yeah, okay. Because I guarantee you, he has been really fucking wasted. I think it's gonna be like a little bit after he got exiled.
Mm-hmm.
He had to wander, for a while, because he had to get out of his clan's territory before he could even like take refuge in a town. And by the time he did, he was in a place where no one knew him. He didn't really have anything to his name, and he was living basically just in the streets or in the woods. And came down with something, still doesn't even know what, and basically was just like walking through a fever dream while trying to find somewhere to hole up.
And he found a small, seemingly abandoned cabin. And while resting inside there, next to a little bit of a fire he was able to make with the leftover firewood, he attempted to just sweat out and live out this fever. Seeing it now, though, he finds that as he is there, potentially dying of this fever, Ixa comes to him, and she lays hands on him, and he recovers. This memory is even more fuzzy than the previous one. All the backgrounds are like covered in like black vines, which, while he remembers them being there, that doesn't make sense when he thinks about it. And it looks all just infected, except for Ixa. Ixa looks like how he knows her to be now. Telgan, is this memory true?
I mean, it's conceivable that she could have healed him from some disease at some point. Is this really just up to me, like arbitrarily, yes and no?
Yes.
She must have left before he woke up.
All right. But the memory of Ixa now joins your dream party. And your numbers grow.
Yeah, it's getting crowded in this dream boat.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, it's only a problem if you think about it.
We should get a real boat like this one.
That's exactly what Phil Sticker would say.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, so I guess someone, I think it was Phil Sticker, said that told him that the fraying meant he was getting closer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows now that he's getting closer, or at least suspects he is. I'm not sure if he would like understand yet how to actually like get closer though.
The boats continue on, and I got nothing. Yes. So, how might we conjure up memories of Bort and Lucas?
Let's see.
Lucas, for I don't know, maybe the first time he encountered the Empire, if he's not from there, I can't.
Yeah, that could work. Because it's all but, I mean, given that he's in the swamp now, which is presumably near the Empire, it's all but inconceivable that he hasn't been there. And
Right.
for Bort, like, just, I mean,
Repeated images of people dying and babies being born. And then he sees a woman giving birth as she dies, and the baby's Bort. And he picks up Bort, and he raises Bort from a baby, and then Bort gets in the boat.
I think we're better off with the
That
mushroom
does
house.
yeah, let's just go with like some weird, trippy scene in the mushroom house. That sounds less time consuming.
Yes, you're in you were in Godfrey's manor, and you see you watch Dethel be bisected by an animated armor, and
Oof, yeah.
And then Bort gets out of it.
yeah, and then Bort gets out of Dethel, bisected body.
Oof.
Damn, I meant the armor.
Nope. Out of Dethel. Which, Jesus, that's an image I did not need.
And Bort thanks you for finding him and letting him join your companions.
Yeah, like the only other thing I could think of was something with regards to him being exiled, but I feel like that was already covered pretty well because I think Bort is nameless, so
yeah, he's
clanless. He got some time.
Clanless.
He got some time on retro.
He's
got a phone call.
Bort is a dwarf child name. He never got an adult name.
Right.
Because his clan was, killed before that could happen. Yeah. So yeah, why don't you tell us about Kildrak's first encounter with the Nilfenbergian Empire? As an unaligned dwarf.
Right. I'm gonna assume here, right, that Lucas is sort of a exception on the Empire. More of like what the nobility might act like, rather than what any random given town peasant would.
Sure. As we've established before, Lucas is not noble, but he does.
No, he's definitely not. But still, I can't imagine that all of the normal, everyday people act quite like him.
No, they don't.
Right.
Retromac has requested a moment. He has an important phone call.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we can still talk about the Empire in general.
Sure. I think. I mean, it's after his probable encounter with the fever in the cabin, and he's wandered for a bit more. He's left Dwarven territory because he was clanless and therefore shunned by everyone. And he's, fully embraced his bardic and gladiatorial nature and is just hitting up everyone he can find for stories and songs and every little legend that they can tell him. And he's sort of just wandered into the Empire. Didn't even really realize he was there at first, which I'm sure led to some sort of issue with some guard, him not having papers, and, which I'm sure was solved just by giving them some money. Things usually are. So I imagine that like his first like real cognizant encounter in the Empire is probably him in a smallish, mid-sized sort of village, in the inn and or bar and or one food place. I'm sure they're all the same thing. Half drunk, hitting up everyone he can find for legends that they remember. And I'm sure that, within the first hour, he's pissed off someone. And that the town is already kind of tired of him being there. And he doesn't notice this.
Right. Oh, and Richard Mock is back. Yeah. So.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So, what do you think was the end result of that then? Was he beaten and thrown out of town, or?
I don't know. I think
locked up for
dwarves,
the day, or just driven out.
Dwarves generally can hold their liquor reasonably well, so I don't think like he started a fight. But I could definitely see him being like shoved off into a room and told to shut the hell up for the night. Maybe even tossed into a cell just for a few hours. Until day comes, and then told to just go.
Sure. So you're thrown into this cell, and Lucas is there. He represents the Empire to Kildrak's mind. But Lucas is there.
This town doesn't really exist, You're making it up from the memories of 3 different towns. Strange to find you here.
It's also very racist.
That's the actual memory of Phil Sticker, who's there now, because they're all there.
Yes, well, this is medieval land. Racism is allowed. It's fine. Don't worry.
Well, that is very true of the Empire. This may sound like a strange question for me, but do you have any idea where we are or where we're going?
That is strange from you, and not a very good one, no.
Where have you been?
All over.
Recently.
Mm.
And I don't mean before you came to these villages. I mean before you and I spoke. I don't know where we are. You don't know where we are. But we can probably find out with a bit of good record keeping.
Well, we were in the Faceless Village.
Makes sense.
We were in the Corpse. Well, near it.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Then where? Or is Dream Lucas aware if the other dream stops?
He would be aware.
Oh.
He is a figment of. He is part of. He knows everything that Kildrak knows.
Well, Lucas will look around. Does this look more or less distorted than the last location?
More.
Seems that you're still going the right direction.
It's true.
Let's just carry on and turn 90 degrees if things start to look better.
No, that makes sense.
The party continues on, and Kildrak finds himself in a place that he can't remember. It almost the walls here, they almost look familiar, but he can't place them. The stone is missing pieces that just fade into a void of black. It looks like everything looks like a broken mirror of a place that he can't quite recall. And in the distance, there is a singular thing which fills his guts with horror. It looks, well, Kildrak wouldn't know this, but to you it would look kind of like a single neuron. In that it has like a small kind of body and then tendrils going out in all directions.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes it particularly extra disturbing is the one great eye in the center, which is looking at him, and he notices that at the edge of some of the other tendrils there are other eyes as well.
Well, that's fucked up.
I have a picture.
Oh.
And
Yeah, it's pretty gross looking.
yes.
Yeah, it really is.
And it seems massive in his mind, and everything in the memory of this place around it is just gone. It's just a black void of nothing.
Maybe it can tell us where to go.
Why don't you go ask it, directions real quick then?
Lucas will be getting his sketchbook out and taking images of it. It's fascinating. Look at all of the places it connects to your mind already. The geometry of it. Breathtaking.
Dream Philster goes and tries to make friends with it.
So, is it safe to assume that Kildrak can piece together that this is the mind terror?
Whatever it is, it's horrific, and he doesn't want it, and he knows he doesn't want it in his head.
So, yeah, close enough. I don't know if he should just think memories at it real hard or try to stab it.
Why don't you remember a weapon that had some meaning to you? Stab it with that. Bit of both.
If you think stabbing it works, it probably will.
Just just remember, we can help you with this, but you need to strike the final blow.
I think he's gonna. I think he's going to hum a tune from his childhood. And I don't know if like this works or not, but then he's going to try to sort of bring forth his father's axe, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
as he thinks it, the axe appears in his hand.
I think he's gonna like break the tune, which I do not know what tune it would be, but he's gonna break it just enough to yell at the thing, "Get the hell out of my head!" And
we roll initiative.
Cool. I guess maybe.
Clear the list first. Okay. Let's see.
Dream Lucas is much better at initiative than real Lucas.
Meanwhile, even in his
He can
own
move at the speed of
head,
thought.
Kildrak still sucks at it.
Oh, I didn't have my token selected. I'll just roll again with my token selected now that
Okay.
No, I said that because I got a 6. So that wouldn't be very fair.
He was gonna let you do it. He was gonna let you do it.
I added your turn. You can put your number in.
There we go.
Is everyone in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's put us in descending order. Dream Lucas, you have won the initiative.
All right. Dream Lucas is going to cast a spell. His spell is going to involve taking out his cartographer's tools, flipping through maps, and a earthen scale model of the mountain that Kildrak is initially from will appear and then seem to avalanche onto the creature. Make a strength save.
Yes, excellent.
Oh, that's cool.
Strength save is not very strong. A 6 does not do it.
All right, 2d6, and we have advantage to attack it.
Cool.
Good.
All right. Yes. So, Kildrak.
Spite needed a little geography. Lucas will comment.
Yes. So your mountain home crashes down and starts pinning the thing. Corandir, it's your turn.
I shoot it with arrow.
All right. Your arrow strikes the mountain home.
Yeah, shooting arrows in dreams is not like shooting arrows in real life.
Could it have gone through the scale model house of the person that screwed Kildrak over?
Well, his house would have been inside the mountain, but Kildrak would know what part of the mountain that is.
Yes,
so
it did.
absolutely.
Kildrak, you fuel. You're letting your memories distract you from your goal.
And well, Filsticker, how does Dream Filsticker aid this battle?
He pulls out one of the horns they play at the arena and shoots an Eldritch Blast out of it.
All right.
There you go. He blows it.
All right. Well, I don't think you need to tell me that I don't think I need to tell you that a 22 is sufficient to hit.
Yeah, I just guessed.
Yes. So, yes. Yeah. You hear the horns that they play, that a dwarven, not a war horn, but the one they would play in festivals and celebrations. As Filsticker comes to your aid. And now it is the Mind Tear's turn to defend itself. So, Lucas, your spell, it gives them the restrained condition?
It does.
So let's see. That gives them disadvantage on any attacks that they make. But if are they able to do, like, I'm trying to just decide if it can use its eye-rays unencumbered.
In principle, it should have disadvantage on the ranged attack, but I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, yes. If there was an attack roll, it would have disadvantage, but it just forces saving throws.
Then I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
All right.
Yeah, that seems fair.
And let's see. There are 5, 6. There are 7 of you. So I'm going to roll randomly for targets. Corandir, Ixa, Gildrak. I need to roll for each I-beam. So first, which I-beam is targeting Corandir? Alright, Corandir. Make a DC 13 Charisma saving throw. Alright. Corandir, you are one of the creature. It's it's some of its tentacles are all flailing about, and they can't get away and reach at you because of the mountain crushing it. But the tentacles with the eyes on them all lock onto their targets and begin blasting magical rays. One strikes Corandir, and he feels the magic strike him, but it washes off over him. Ixa, make a purple ray of psychic energy comes blasting at you. You need to make a DC 13 Intelligence saving throw.
You can only use Gildrak's intelligence.
A fortunate roll. Though the mental illusion of Ixa is racked with psychic energy, the memory holds fast. And now can't be the same ray. Okay. Let's see. Kildrak, give me a strength saving throw.
Alrighty. Strong as a mountain.
Yes. You feel a massive force try and take you off your feet, but you resist. You think back to a time when you were in a fist fight with a dwarf much larger than you, and he tried to slam you over, and you held your ground.
A dwarf much larger than him. It might have even been a human, actually, thinking about it.
Half dwarf. Ixa, it is your turn.
All right. Is it positioning on the map like that's what we're going with here?
You're in the mind space. Positioning is whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Yeah, that was the question. Was if I could hit it in melee, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Trying to think of something fitting for the scenery here, but I really can't. So she could just whack it with her sword, unless somebody has a suggestion. Yeah, I guess not. So
I'm trying to think of one.
I mean, I think it's what Kildrak would think you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whacking it with her sword is probably appropriate then.
Yeah.
Or not.
No, you have advantage, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, I do?
Use the spell. Yep.
No,
Yep,
because
because it's trapped under a
restrained
dwarf bomb.
Oh, right. Okay, good. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep. So, you see the image of Ixa rushing in there, and hacking off these many twisting tentacles with her sword. Kildrak, where are you at last?
Yeah, he's gonna slap some ensnaring strike action on and charge the bastard with his axe.
All right.
Which- that one. Which hits, I assume.
You hit, yeah? So go ahead and give me the damage for that.
Oof.
All right. That is a mighty blow. You sever off one of the tentacles. And you also did ensnaring strike on that. So it needs to make a strength save.
Yeah, I know it's already restrained, but this will add some damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Natural one. Look, I don't have like a body. I just have like an eye and a bunch of tentacles. I'm not strong. Is not what I do. Yes. So what does this look like? Oh, wait. Technically, it is large. Let's see. I believe. Isn't there a yeah, larger, bigger creatures has advantage. So it does get to roll again, actually. Well, okay then. I'll just roll another one.
Wow.
Jesus. Man, the computer does not want this thing to exist. Phew. So yeah, he had just like willed the axe into existence, and I guess the tendrils that were sort of in the background of the cabin, stuff like that is going to show up on his axe, but it's going to be inverted. So like a bright white, like a digital white.
Right. Yeah. I've seen that. I like that. And so now you're like instead of like this void of missing memory space, like you're ensnaring it with new thought.
Yeah, pretty much. And so, you know, that's going to sort of envelop around the axe. And as he goes and strikes it and, you know, blasts off whichever of the many tentacles, the tendrils of thought are going to sort of just wrap around it and presumably, like, I don't know, grow thorns into it or something.
Right. Excellent. So it takes the extra piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. Okay.
Yes.
So you may need to remind me of that, but I will try.
Sure.
So Dream Silas.
Yep. So, showing all the valor of the memory that summoned him to Kildrak's mind, Silas takes his pike and charges in after Kildrak, making sure he won't fight this alone, although he might not help any here.
A 17 hits.
All right, good.
The 14 wouldn't have. You needed the advantage.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So you Silas rushes in and drives his pike into the body of the Mind Terror, and psionic screeches echo through everyone's minds as it continues to desperately fight against this assault. Lucas, we're back at the top of initiative.
You know, if I don't die of the fever, you should ask me a bit more about Imperial history. It seems to be all you know. And he'll flip to an 8th grade essay in his book that Kildrak had written about an Imperial siege of the mountain. And dwarves will come out and race to defend the mountain, attacking the Mind Tear, but in according to whatever strategy 8th grade Kildrak wrote about.
So they all die.
No. That's great, though.
Yes, excellent.
I'll keep that in mind, Lucas.
So it gets a strength save for half. Is that what I'm reading?
Yep.
Looks like it against 14.
All right. Well,
Ooh.
Perhaps 8th grade Kildrak was not the greatest strategist.
Apparently not.
Yes. They inflict some minor damage before these memory soldiers are swatted away by the Mind Terror. On the plus side, Kildrak no longer remembers the 8th grade.
You know what? I'll take it.
Gorandir.
Stop reading as the page is gone.
I will let loose another arrow.
$22 hits. Another 8 damage. At this point, the Mind Terror is like oozing out black goo, and its tentacle flailing is a little bit less forceful.
After I let loose and it goes in there, I'll be like, now prepare yourself, Kildrak, because you're the one that has to give the final blow and destroy this thing.
Kildrak's gonna like salute with his axe, which I'm assuming is like raising it and not like poking himself in the face.
Yes. Filsticker.
Filsticker goes to the Mind Tear and tells it, "They're all going to kill you. I have to save you." And he leads the Mind Tear into a cave somewhere in the swamp. Where after Filsticker leaves, like the cave turns out to be unstable and rocks fall all over the Mind Tear's head.
That sounds fair to me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good job, critical hit. You did less damage than a normal hit compared to my last normal hit.
But you inflict 9 damage as the as the Mind Terror simultaneously trapped in this cave and also pinned under the mountain.
It's a dream. It's okay.
Yeah, it is not affected by this seeming contradiction, as it desperately tries to fire off its mind blasts again.
Did it take the snare damage?
It did. It did. I subtracted.
All right.
Right. The ensnaring strike. Right. Now that I forgot about. Well,
Should be
actually, I
1d6.
guess Kildrak, you should roll that 1d6.
It's okay, yeah, that's before the save. Okay.
Okay. So the white vines grow thorns, which pierce into the Mind Terror all around. Many of its tentacles have just gone limp and lifeless, but a few of its eyes still shoot seemingly at random around the party, threatening Lucas, Filstiger, and Lucas again. Lucas, make a strength save.
Okay.
How dare you pass a strength save? All right. Yeah, you get hit by a blast of force from one of the eyes, but you hold your ground. Filstiker. No, I can't use the same ray twice. All right, Filstiker, make an intelligence saving throw. Dare you get a 13? Filstiker, the memory of Filstiker is racked with a ray of psychic doom, but his mind, your memory of his mind holds strong.
He thanks the Mind Tier and accepts a bag of gold, which he hides from everyone in a tree stump.
That sounds appropriate. And Lucas, give me a charisma saving throw. All right. Your friends are quite hardy, it seems, Kildrak. They do not.
They'd have to be.
Yes. They do not. They do not fear. They do not fall against the magic of the Mind Terror.
Maybe he's just decided that Lucas is going to die of the fever.
You can't kill him. He has to die of the fever later. Yes.
Then we find out that bastard Kildrak kills anyone who dies in his dream, and like we don't know why that person died. It's just, like, Kildrak's greedy. I have to keep living thing.
Yes. So Ixa, it's your turn. Before you decide, since you are one of the guides, you know that you can't actually kill this thing. Only Kildrak can. And you can take a look at its health bar and decide what you should do with your turn then. Delgan, you there? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Bad connection here too. Yeah, I'm checking to see if there's like any spells she can cast that would be useful here. I mean, we pretty much have it beat.
I guess it must have been like downtime or something, because just came back on.
Oh, well, that's good at least. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Welcome back. Is there anything useful she can do if she does not attack So let's ask that question.
I mean, does she have Bless prepared? That would help. Since Kildrak has to make the final strike, anything that would increase his odds of hitting, increase the chances of you not having to go through another round of eye blasts.
Yeah, she does not have that prepared.
All right, see.
Yeah, I can give it my bonus AC, but that's all I can really do.
Well, how does help work? I think you can just declare your action to help. You have advantage.
Yeah, just give him advantage.
Although he already has advantage, so that won't actually help.
Well, I can just symbolically help.
Yes.
Since there's not much else I can do of value.
Yes. Ixa distracts some of the tentacles so the Kildrak has a easier shot at the body.
Okay. Now, what would be funny is if I mocked it to death right now, but somehow I've got a feeling it has more than 1 HP. So, also that wouldn't be very, stylish.
I think it'd be very stylish, but...
Mostly it's just that it's 1d4, and I'm just not sure that, that would actually do it. Because it is something just because it's guaranteed damage.
Mhm.
Or, not guaranteed, it's,
It has to make a save.
yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, so...
Anyways, I think, yeah, he's mad. I'm gonna go with that. He's mad right now, and he just, lopped some crap off, watched his friends beat the hell out of it, and he's just gonna lift that axe up and bring it down, and I really hope this hits.
Barely, but it
Whew.
does.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Mind Terror is dispatched. Do you want to narrate that?
Sure. He brings up this axe, which doesn't look like his axe. And I'm gonna just take a little narrative license here and say that it still has some of those tendrils clinging to it as well. And lifts it up over his head and over the Mind Tear. Well, maybe. I don't know how tall it is. And
It's smaller
aims
now
just-
than you started fighting it.
and aims for the dead center of it and just cleaves it straight in half, or at least as much as he physically can. Well, it's his mind.
It's too big to be cleaved in half by his axe in one swing because it's bigger than the axe, but
Oh,
he
okay.
does it anyway.
Okay.
And as it's been cleft in half, there's a psychic scream as it's just transforms into white light, every little crack in it just starts blasting out white light, and all the black all the black void is replaced with a white void, and all trace of the Mind Terror vanishes. And Kildrak is now standing in a white room, white floor, white void, surrounded by his companions.
Before he says anything to them, he's just going to shout out and stay the hell out. But then he's going to look around and sort of nod at his friends and just sort of quietly say, thank you all for your help. I couldn't have done this on my own.
We're not real, You did do this on your own. Congratulations.
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 The camera just pans in a circle. We're all clapping.
I'm so proud of you.
And Kildrak wakes up.
Covered in his own urine and puke.
I mean, hopefully not, but I don't know. Maybe.
No, but he's
It's
got a
not yours.
splitting headache, and he's got a splitting headache, and it's not been it's not been an easy night's sleep, but
Right.
he can tell.
Sorry.
He can tell by the sun coming in that it's coming into like through the flap, that it has been not. It's been like all night and then like part of the next day. He estimates he's been asleep at least 12 hours, probably more. The shaman is there. He is brewing a different kind of tea.
Hopefully it smells better.
It does.
Okay.
You hear in your head. It seems you were successful.
I think with as bad as his headache is, Kildrak is just gonna like groan.
Mm-hmm. I told you it wouldn't be easy. He hands you something. It's for the headache.
This damn headache is worse than any hangover. And he's gonna start sipping on the tea. I assume it's tea.
Yes. It's something like tea. It's
Sure.
a different infusion. This one's a little more palatable. And
Right.
And it does quench his thirst, and reduce his throbbing headache from terrible to merely nuisance. And the shaman asks you to tell him what all you saw.
I guess Kildrak doesn't have any reason not to, so he'll relay like the Cliff Notes version.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like skipping over some of the details of his memories.
Yeah. And the shaman assures you that your soul is cleansed, and that while it will take some time to heal, your faculties will return in time.
Well, that's good news.
He recommends that you take it easy, but also expects that you will.
Right. Just like any doctor should.
Mechanically speaking, you will regain 1 point of wisdom a day until you turn to your original value.
Okay. Is that going to be like during a short rest when we take a break, or just
Yeah.
like daily? Okay.
Yeah, like when like during a short rest, maybe longer on a maybe 2 on a long rest.
Okay.
But yeah. Yes. Needless to say, no one except Kildrak knows anything which transpired there.
And Kildrak is, of course, not going to say anything about it. Except in song later when they aren't paying attention.
Right. Regardless, though, for this session and Kildrak's mind journey, every one of you is going to get 286 experience.
Do you all feel different?
Everybody involved, or just everybody? Period.
Everybody.
Okay. How much?
286.
That puts me up to 2189. out of 2,700. So I'm getting there.
Looks like I'm at 2307.
2358.
I'm at 1707 because 2 of my characters died.
2062. I must have missed more experience than I thought somehow.
I'm at 2095, so I must have missed something too.
Yes. So if someone else gets the soul rod in the future, don't expect your a session long vision quest every time.
Well, it can't happen that often.
It's 1 in 12 of the diseases.
Well, at least we know where some of the people are.
Yes, but you know someone who can treat it.
That's good.
So if it comes up again, you at least know where to go.
Mhm.
But we're gonna end the session here. It's a little early, I know, for our usual time, but I think this is a good natural stopping place. Because you've taken a long rest here with the people, if any of you have sufficient XP to level, you may do so before the next session.
Yay.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I leveled up. I've been waiting for a long rest for a couple sessions now.
Oh, cool.
Congrats.
So yeah, I knew Quarandir was waiting for that. If anyone else was or is now able to level up, you may also do so before the next session. But yeah, so that was the game for today. I hope everyone enjoyed something a little different.
Yeah,
It was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
cool.
Thank you.